fighting words.
Them's fighting words. What's up, folks? Welcome to this edition of DKO.
Them fighting words.
Them's fighting words. I'm Chris Lotus, joined along with
Kill the Curleh Wolfman.
And Slick is not in today then, but folks, we got special guests. We got special guests today.
Yo, it's Reef, a.k.a. Team No Tier. It's Reef, a.k.a. Team No Tier.
Try to make sure we got him in the recording or whatever. Wavelengths, all that stuff right there. Alright, before we dive into the show today, got two things I want to get out of the way for anybody, any listeners or whatnot. First of all, due to some issues with SoundCloud now, if you want to keep up with us, we are going to be posting segments, full episodes of the show on YouTube from this point until further notice. So just getting that out the way in case no one picked up any annotations or any notices of that. Second thing out the way, I made a mistake on the show last week. I didn't do a little research or whatever. I'm not sure when the story got updated, but you remember when I brought up something about Iron Galaxy confirming 8 new characters in the No Mercy finishers for Killer Instinct for Season 2? That's at Chapter 2 last time. Well, if you haven't read SRK already, you probably already know that that hasn't been confirmed as of yet. It was casual talk, so it's pretty much a maybe now. Yeah. You know, how you feel about that?
Hey, maybe it's good. At least it's not no.
Team No Tier, Reef?
Yeah, I guess anything's better than, rumors always better than, just no hope at all.
I suppose so. Alright. Now, first topic of the day actually comes from if you want to call it a viewer question, he's actually part of the team as well. Comes from J Star, shout outs to J Star, and he asks technically 2 questions. Point A of the question: how are casuals viewed in the fighting game community? And point B: what games are considered, or what would you consider to be casual friendly? Floor is open. What's up?
As far as what games are casual friendly, it all depends on, who's actually playing the game. You can take any game, go as, you can be competitive or you can just be a casual gamer. Look at Marvel. You have the casual gamers, and then you have the people that, focus nonstop in the lab, completely competitive. You have games as simple as dive kick. You have the casual gamers for that. It's a 2-button fighter. And then you have the people that are really competitive. So, it just all depends on, how you want to do, how you want to play yourself, who you're playing with. That's pretty much the biggest thing I've seen. You have some games that actually cater to both. You have a game like Persona 4, where you have the preset combos, 1 button, and versus you can just pretty much, focus on whatever combo you want, and, just put in the inputs yourself. So it just all depends on what you're looking at.
Yeah, Persona I think is a good example of that, because once I picked the game up, and just seeing that people can actually do auto combos. I even heard someone even talk about they should ban this game from tournaments because of auto combos strictly. And it's like, I wouldn't say that's a game-breaking thing. You can block the auto combos. And far as I can remember, correct me if I'm wrong, the only person who had a mix-up in their auto combo was Chie, the little high-low. So It wasn't too bad. You could block them easily. Yeah, you could land them and do a nice chunk of damage, but still, the game still rewarded you for if you could, go past a regular combo of just hitting that same button over and over and over again. So it gets you in the rhythm of how combos are supposed to flow and to do them, but there's still that reward, because think about it. Unless you're playing someone who has really just downright awful defense, you're not going to kill someone with back-to-back auto combos. Hopefully this person will wake up and, block, dodge, play the defense, But I think Persona 4 was a good example of that. Bringing up dive kick. People crapped all over that game off the jump because it was a 2-button fighting game, which you're thinking, how in the world are you doing this? And I like the principle behind dive kick. It's all about something that most people don't think about when it comes to fighting games. Spacing, mind games, how you know, even with 2 buttons, you can still pretty much personally play a character your way. I mean, it's not a whole bunch of options like in a general fighter, but, you know, you still have your own way of doing it. But, you know, I think dive kick, despite most people, I think it was good because, you know, it gets people into, you know, like I say, spacing, mind games, reactions, that too. You know, it gets you to like the basics and the principles of what fighting games, you know, some skills that you can use in fighting games.
Like, I believe everybody starts off as like a casual player. And then, you know, the more you want to put into it, it just develops, you know, whether or not you're going to stay casual. Because, I mean, nobody goes really into, like, especially if it's your first fighter. You're not going in there going to be like, oh, yeah, I got all these combos in my mind. I'm going to be playing this game all day.
Yeah.
You never go in there thinking, you know, this is all you're going to be doing. You start off, oh, this game looks cool. Let me pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, getting your feet wet.
And then usually what happens is you find something that somebody else can do. And it's like, wait, you can do this? And then you slowly start to invest more and more time in it. So, I mean, usually nobody starts off super competitive unless, you know, you know, that's pretty much what you've been doing is competition. You're playing competitively with pretty much the majority of the games. Then you basically don't go into another fighting game as just, you know, trying to be a casual player. So you always start off as casual unless, you know, you basically just start off as casual and then you slowly work your way up to being competitive.
I agree with that because, you know, people who, you know, take the game, you know, a little further, they invest more time into it. It shows that, you know, like I say, when they get competitive, it's like they found their niche in there. It's a love affair with the game, I guess you could call it.
It's like you put in so much effort that, you know, you want to be rewarded for it. So
I mean, you're pretty much analyzing every bit of it. Mm-hmm. You're learning how everything ticks and how it works. You know, all that. You, silent person.
That is not my name. I was listening.
You got any input, though?
You know, I got some input.
That was my phone.
That was your phone.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
But yeah, like Gautier said, you start off. We pretty much just start off casual, and then you basically, depending on
Gautier.
yeah,
Gautier.
Well, excuse me.
Sell the foes.
But anyway, I think everybody starts off casual, and then you know, based on how you feel about the game and how much more effort you want to put into it, the so-called love affair, as you know, Lotus said. Then you learn the specs behind it and how everything works, and then you become less casual as a gamer for that game in particular. So
yeah, hitting point A when the A of the question when I said earlier, how are they viewed in the fighting game community? I hate to throw the typical 2-word answer out there that most people throw when it comes to very situational things. It really depends. I mean, it seriously does. It depends on the attitude of that player, then. Most hardcores look at casuals as, you know, they look down on them as being less skilled. And then there are some that are open-minded, like I'm pretty sure some of us are. There are some casuals that really can play these games very well. Then I don't think every casual is scrubby. You know, it's just, I don't feel that reflection of skill connects with, you know, if someone's a casual or a hardcore or not. All I feel casual and hardcore define is how much time somebody puts into the game.
I mean, I don't know. Like, usually when I look at the game, it's kind of hard to explain. I usually don't judge games based on whether or not I believe, you know, they're...
Well, I mean, the players.
Well, player-wise, I mean, you know, you have the people that are casual.
Yeah.
And typically when I play against them, I feel that I shouldn't go all out. Because I understand as a casual player, they're not going to spend nowhere near as much time as I'm going to spend, you know, in the actual game. So I still want to make it fun for both people. I mean, I will admit a lot of the time if I'm fighting someone casual, I will pick different characters just to Basically, the tryout combos I know I normally wouldn't be able to pull off on anybody else.
Yep, sounds like
But at the same time,
he didn't even
though,
say.
but when you think about it this way, at the same time, you're using something that you're not used to, automatically lowering your playing level.
He didn't say.
So-
He didn't say pick different characters to give them a little bit of edge. Then pick different characters to try out combos.
I mean, but
in other words, they're guinea pigs.
but I mean, you try not to say that because everybody has their pride and stuff like that. So you try not to just throw that out there. But you know other people want to play and they don't want to get if you pull out your best character and this is their first time ever playing the game, they'll probably never play with you. I mean, it's just no fun not being able to do anything. Like I went to, I guess it was like just some friendly matches. I thought I was pretty good at Soul Calibur, and then discovered I was terrible at it. Just really bad.
Talking about 5?
It was it was Soul Calibur 4.
Oh,
It was at the point where every attempt I made was parried. Like I've never had this happen, and it honestly wasn't fun because I spent 90% of the match on the ground. I'll definitely admit to that. But I understood. It was like, hey, he puts a lot of time into it. So I try not to do it back to other people. So I usually use somebody that I don't use, that I'm not really maining. So if I'm playing somebody that I know isn't at the same level, I won't go all out on them.
Let me ask you this though. When you thought you were good at that game though, like, had you played a bunch of people, or were you just in the lab just doing like all types of stuff? Like, oh my god, this is beast.
I'll sit there and play against the computer, crank it up to the hardest level,
right.
And when you can, I felt when I was like consistently beating the computer. Basically, I was using the computer as a guinea pig. It got to that point where I was just trying stuff out on the computer, and I didn't realize that this was my first time thinking, hey, people put enough time in this game to actually sit here and just fight against multiple people and literally just find out how many frames it takes for a certain move to hit.
Exactly.
So it was just nonstop parry after parry after parry after parry.
Yeah, it's like this. See, what you brought up there is the one thing that I think everybody has been backslapped with this moment at times before. You go in the lab and, well, not even the lab, but you play on arcade mode. You jock the computer up to the highest possible level you can, and then you beam the heck out of the computer. Still, you manage to get through. You'll get to that point where you'll lose one time on the tree, or you'll lose no times on the tree at all. And you think, man, I can get out there. I can freaking take some people on, man. And I've heard a lot of different casuals, not all of them, because like I say, I know casuals that are beast players. There's a casual that taught me how to play Arcana Heart 3.
Which they're coming out with another one.
Awesome. Yeah. But that's the thing that I think everybody has run into at one point when it comes to that. Just because you can knock down the computer a bunch of times, it doesn't really mean you're good. If anything, I would say that means you have a good grip on things. Yeah. Because I remember back to the very first Decimaking, we mentioned Crew Round 2. Shout out to Crew Round 2 again. I played some casuals with, I think his name is Raiden, I believe. Raiden, I think that's his name, Raiden. I played some casuals in KOF with Raiden one time from Crew Round 2.
That's so.
And I figured I was pretty good because I could do all types of stuff. I was killing the computer in arcade mode, highest level, no problem. And I get to him and I could knock out one of his characters, but I barely ever got a set. I didn't even win one set against him. And he asked me about how much I've been playing the game and how I played it. And he basically told me that when I told him I play the computer a bunch, I play arcade mode a bunch, I've been in the trial mode a bunch, he told me, don't trust, don't rely, don't give so much priority to the CPU. Playing the CPU is not the same as playing another human player.
Yeah,
I think everybody has been smacked in the face with that at one time before. I don't want to repeat one of my stories about any one of those games where my cousin beamed me 99 games to 4, Dead or Alive 3. There it is again. You probably heard that last episode. But that was just, you get backslapped by that. And most casuals that spend most of their time playing the CPU in arcade mode, they have to understand humans can play, a person can play the game a very different way. Yeah. I don't even think the CPU, I have yet to come across a CPU, unless it's a certain character that does this, that actually will keep away against you. But then again, it's been a while since I've actually played the freaking computer. So
I think my greatest example as far as running against a human player that plays completely different from the computer. Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Yes.
I thought I was amazing. This is back in the days where arcades were everywhere.
Yeah.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I was playing on the Dreamcast, murdering the computer. Got to the point, I'm just crushing them. Of course, I always use cable. That's just who I had. But, went to the arcade, put my money up. I had no clue what was going on. So, as far as the whole casual versus, competitive, that meant nothing to me because I had no clue.
Right.
Standing in line, had no clue that the person that had next was whoever put their token on the actual arcade machine. So I'm sitting here waiting, don't know any of the lingo at all, no clue what's going on. I finally get my turn. I swear, when I saw myself get hit by 3 Hyper Viper beams in a row, I looked at it and I was like, dear God, this is possible.
For you, it was. For you, it was their Hyper Viper beams. For me, it was just straight.
No, because
Magneto.
Like literally, I did not know you could link 3 of the same supers.
Yeah.
Into the same combo. Not even like spreading it out. It was super after super after super. The whole dragon punching and tiger kneeing stuff meant nothing to me. I had no clue. I just know what I saw from that day forth. I was like, yeah, I'm done with the arcade. It was an entirely different level for me.
It was much akin to that right there. And I think it's kind of appropriate. I think this is probably for everybody this is talking. Marvel 2 was the first game where I actually discovered there was a such thing as a combo where you get beat till you die, pretty much. And that's not counting the brutalities in Mortal Kombat Trilogy and all such. I mean, like, in-game, you get touched and bam. And, like, we discussed this last time about are combos too long in modern-day fighting games. Yeah, I know my modern-day. I got it right this time, okay? It's like, and maybe this is just the way I was brought up or whatever. And like I say, I don't say this to be mean. It's just how I was brought up. Tekken Tag. Dead or Alive 3. My cousin gave me what every button did, and after that, you were on your own. He would ask a question about, little bumps and turns and things like that in the game, but you were given the controls, and that was it. You got your feet wet, you jumped back out of there, you took a shower, and you went back at it again. And that's how I was brought up, because like I said, he had squashed me over 100 times, and it's just, I wasn't winning anything. I'm getting link chain grab combos from King and Armor King, and I'm dying, and the clock is at 88 seconds and all that. It's like, what is going on? So, for any casual who, wonders or just, all I say is this. You don't have to play the games as much as a hardcore does to get good. I just say, much like Raiden told me the first Decimakin, play more people. You learn a little bit more when you play another human player than the computer. Because think about it, most of the time, especially with modern day, I'm gonna stop that, making sure I say it right. Modern day fighting games, the computer is just going to, in most cases, they'll combo you, they'll be dirty to you a little bit then. But if there's anything you may learn from playing a computer, it's this. Learning how to switch up your approach options, because for the most part, the computer will just block everything you throw at them, or tech every single throw attempt.
Yeah, you'll never learn a mix-up playing against a computer.
Yeah, I mean, you'll get frustrated. You'll think mix-ups are useless.
Because, when you think about it, like, human reflex, if you're playing a fighting game and you're blocking, the number one thing you're going to do is continue to attempt to block. You're going to hold back.
Right.
Which means computer doesn't have to worry about any of that. Computer's got ungodly reflexes. It's programmed into the stupid thing. People, you have mind games.
Right.
So, you're going to get something completely different as far as when you play human. You're going to get a lot better when you fight actual people. Yeah. You're going to get hit with a lot of stuff that you thought was impossible, because basically the computer has preset combos.
Yeah.
Those combos basically are never going to change. Look at Marvel, look at Street Fighter, look at any other game that you have constant, new tech being discovered at all times. The computer is probably still doing the same thing from day one when you put that game in your system for the first time.
Yeah. And then do you also believe, and we'll go to something else, do you also believe in the little, I guess you can call it urban legend, I guess, using that Snopes language, about the computer can practically sense your button presses as you, like, pretty much before the hit even comes in or whatever?
No.
Yeah, probably not.
No.
Really.
Yeah, I mean, I always thought it was kind of funny. I didn't really believe in it that much. And if somebody thought that, you were probably doing the same thing. And honestly, that's another thing. In most cases, hey, if your opponent is not reacting to it, fine, do as much as you want to. If they get mad at you for doing it, they have no right to. Doing the same thing in fighting games, same setup, same opener, it's just not going to get you anywhere. It just won't do it. It just won't do. It won't do in general. There are certain fighting games, take for instance, Killer Instinct. You will learn to mix up your strategy. You're going to have to do it.
Yep.
I mean, it's not so much about sitting in front of there and learning a bunch of combos and all of that. Like I say, I know beast casuals. I think casuals... Sometimes I feel casual players, the ones that are really good, they see things that some hardcore players don't even see, because I've seen them even squash or give some good matches to hardcore players. You know, it's just a variance. So, hope that covered what was asked. Yeah. So, the Curleh man of the wolf, the pack, my spirit animal over here, had a little something to discuss.
Well, I came across this not even a week ago. They are actually making an FGC movie, The Rise of the Fighting Game Community. It's a film by Esteban Martinez. They've already begun filming. I don't know too much about it. I've just come across it, like I said, like not even a week ago, because I was just going through YouTube and I came across something that said FGC film, and I said, okay, let me check this out. And the only two videos I saw on that channel was they went to the houses of two very well experienced fighting gamers, Lord Knight and Lucky D, and they basically talked about how they came up and how they got started and everything, and what they feel that FGC, is to them. I thought that was a really cool thing. So I did even further research, and they have a Facebook page and a Twitter. It's FGC Film. It's like all one word. So you check that out whenever you get a chance. And I brought that up with Lotus and Slick and Hawk, wherever he may be. I don't know. I guess he's under the weather. I don't know.
J-Stars?
Well, there you go. But yeah, I brought it up with them, and I said, well, I'll probably bring that up at the next show. So.
Yeah, how much, so what are they particularly, are there any immensely specific focuses, though? Is it just, generic?
From what I'm gathering, or from what I've seen, I think it's just the FGC as a whole. Basically, it's a documentary film. Basically, cool. how it got started and how it's affecting a lot of people today.
Right.
So I thought that was a really cool thing. I mean,
I think that'd be pretty interesting, because much like anything else, there are some misconceptions about the community. I mean, much like any other community, it has its good, it has its bad. I look forward to that. When did they say this was coming out?
I haven't seen it released. No, they're filming now. I haven't seen a release date yet, but I'm staying on it. I'm on the mailing list. I'm on the Twitter feed, all that. So whenever something comes up, I'll know.
Keeping up with FGC.
Definitely
film,
keeping up with
honestly.
that, because I just came across and I thought that was extremely interesting. I said, yeah, the team needs to know about this.
I'd definitely like to see the documentary. I'd like to see that. People get the real deal of what is inside the FGC, aside from the rumors and the propaganda and all this other stuff, because it's a different tale for different people. They're, they're making money in some cases, playing video games, something that most people didn't dream that they could do, but it's a lot deeper than that. The stories are a little different. There are some people who are pro players that don't even want to be pro players for long. There are some pro players that, you even know this now, with Skullgirls. There are people who are players that are actually transitioning and wanting to make the games now, much like anything else. So, as you continue to get more information about that, I guess we'll cover it more and more then. Can't wait to see that. Any idea where it's, going to be screened? Or?
I have no idea.
I'm guessing it's a web page that's where.
Yeah, I mean, it's a web. They have a website, and they for what I'm seeing, all I've seen is just the website and Facebook and Twitter. But other than that, I'm not sure. And their YouTube channel, which only has the 2 videos that I just described.
Right.
But I'll definitely keep posted about that because I'm really excited about how this is going to turn out.
Oh, I didn't know about this at all.
I hope, like any solid documentary, it's going to report, just straight up report. Don't make everything seem squeaky clean. Make it a sugar plum fairy candy land. There's some good in the community. There's some bad. Have it balanced out some. Balance it out some. That's all I ask because, with Kotaku and some other places like that, it's always anti this, anti that. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I understand there, especially with hardcores, there's some people that spoil the bunch. And there's this reputation that they kind of have a welcoming type of aura because of all the hardcores, and they see things like the combos and this kind of mob mentality. Newer players don't want to come in because they're just so frightened and they don't think they'll be accepted. So, I hope it's a good reflection, and I hope it teaches not just people outside the community, but gives the community, to look in the mirror at, what's good, what's bad, what do we keep, what do we get better at?
Yeah.
Because, it's kind of 50-50 for me, but that's with anything, There's good and bad in everything, though. So, special guest, ZeroProphecy from Team No Tier.
Indeed.
You had anything you want to bring to the table?
It's more of like a topic request.
Yeah. What's up?
But, I don't know, I feel like a good topic would be like, how do people go about picking the characters that they use in fighting games? I mean, what do they look for? Like, I mean, is it like, spacing ability? Is it style? Is it, this character looks cool? Is it, I've seen somebody else do this with this character? Or, it's, this one may be an entry-level character, so I'm going to use this one instead of the more complex. I mean, what do, people actually look for when they go about, picking their characters?
You throwing it on the table right there?
Yeah.
I have a response to that then, but before I go on a jabber...
What about you, Mr. Dudley? How did you come across the Dudley?
Oh, man.
Well, we'll put it like this. Why do you play Dudley? Just put it out there. Why do you play?
Okay. Well, of course, I've been playing Street Fighter since, the old Pizza Hut days, like I said in the last show. And I was, just playing just same old Street Fighter back to back to back. I mean, I'm good at it. I'm good at who I use. So just Fei Long at that time. So thank you. Big inspiration to me anyway. But then just I said, okay, is this it? And then one day when I think Regal Cinema was still open.
Yeah, that was way back when.
Yeah. Back when they had a decent game room. Me and my older brother Mike, who pretty much taught me everything I know, all the basics in fighting games. Like Lotus said, his cousin, was it your cousin?
Yes.
He says gave him the gave him the button controls and left him alone. That's pretty much what happened to me, along with some, R. Kelly's in there.
Okay. But what was the thing that dragged your cruiser over to Dudley before you hit the button? What drew you in? That's what I want to know. Because before you even do anything, it's just like, what character do I use? You have that brand new fighting game. You have no clue about any of the characters. You're just looking at pictures, probably little opening videos or previews from when they were showing the game.
Yeah.
What actually made you select that character for the very first time?
Believe it or not, it was a video, like a in-game demo before you insert coin, as the screen says. He came up and, he did his thing, straightened his tie up and everything. I said, So then, just watching them and just watching the combinations and everything, and then it got to where he actually did his Rolling Thunder. When I saw that for the first time, immediately I said, okay, take my money. Take my money.
Okay.
So then when I actually got down to it, my first character I came up across was Yoon as my first opponent. I got leveled. I got some hits in, but I didn't take any rounds with me. But I actually did pull off that Rolling Thunder that first time. And from that point on, I said, you know what? I'm gonna follow this guy a lot. I'm gonna follow this guy a little further. But the thing is, we didn't see him again until Super Street Fighter 4. So from that point, I was just, stuck with, Street Fighter 3, Next Generation, Third Strike, all the ones that came out. Then I saw him again in Super Street Fighter 4, picked him up. Then, how some people say that the controls are slightly different given how the game style is. Yeah. It seems slower. Because 3 seemed a little bit more fast-paced than 4 did. But, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. So, I picked Dudley up again, and that's just my comfort zone.
Okay.
So,
let's see. I guess one more thing before we throw it to Chris, because I want to know what he has to say about his mangoes and all his other things. But when it comes to like other fighting games, like besides Street Fighter, other fighting games that you just pick up for the first time, like I'm sure you probably played some Skullgirls, some Dive Kick, stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Because I know a lot of people look at tier lists, and that's huge when it comes to fighting games. Yeah. Oh, we're gonna pick this character because they're high on the tier list. What do you, like, when you go to a new fighter, like, what do you look at before you even pick a character? Are you looking at, like, how high are they on the tier list, their spacing ability, stuff like that?
Tier list really doesn't even matter to me. Like, if popularity-wise has never been my thing. It's who I choose to be comfortable with. And first, I guess you could say first thing I look for it actually is spacing. Like, how fast can that person get across the screen? And Dudley has decent spacing, if you know how to do it.
Yeah, that just happened.
But yeah, he has good spacing. I'm just the kind of person, I like to be up close. So, like, even with Killer Instinct, Saberwolf is who I'm maining. So, Saberwolf has always been that up-close and personal type of fighter, type of character. So,
okay, so you basically look for fighters that can go up close.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Chris, what kind of stuff do you look for besides the color scheme? Mangoes are always in season. Mangoes are always in season. But
for those who don't get what he's talking about probably my main and my best team in Marvel. Ultimate Marvel 3 right now, which is Deadpool, Sentinel, and Taskmaster, all of whom have this mangoish yellow type of scheme. You guys know about the Mango Sentinel. I'm pretty sure most of y'all. And if you don't know about it, then just YouTube Marvel, baby. YouTube. Look up Yipes. It'll all be there or whatnot. The Mango Sentinel basically. Prepare to hear something pretty lame, I guess. This
cannot be anywhere worse than mine.
This is going to be kind of lame, honestly. Let me start, because I play a bunch of different fighting games, and what I pick kind of varies depending on the game. Since you just mentioned and put the example out there about a brand new fighting game that you haven't seen outside of the little trailers that you saw, now that we have it nowadays, the internet, the trailers, the characters, reveal trailers and all that good stuff. I'll use Skullgirls for an example. When Skullgirls first got announced and the base 8 characters had came out, the person I said I was going to play was Parasol. The character was just, it aesthetically looked good. I just liked the way Parasol looked, and it's like, and then, just the design. And then see the play style, and it caters to me because around that time when I was playing Street Fighter, a similar character to Parasol in a way, I was playing Rose in Street Fighter 4, who is someone who has a bunch of long range normals, very good zoning ability. And out from nowhere comes this character who looks sweet on the eyes, but then the playstyle is pretty good. And I see that, and it's like, no matter what, if I'm going to play anybody first, if I'm going to learn anybody first, I am going to learn Parasol. And sure enough, the game came out. Not even just the game coming out, but the move list got the SRK first, if I'm not mistaken. And it was a bone jar for me then, because Parasol had something that, in most cases, was something I never dealt with in my life because I could never play this type of character. Charge character. But I was determined, I'm like, I'm going to learn this character. I mean, regardless. And then with that, with this love affair, if you want to call it that too. I know it's corny. Throwing around love affair, which it pretty much is. I was like, I learned about buffering because she has a couple of normals that, especially some heavies, like her standing heavy can be it can be done twice as like a double swipe with the umbrella. I can buffer a charge off of that and do her projectile, which is charge back forward. So there's things like that. You brought the thing up about the mango situation. Yeah, I like the whole mango little pun joke when it came with the whole Yipes video, but I had discovered around the time of Marvel that I was much more better at playing a mixture of zoning and a more trickster type of game. Like, I'm saying, like, I'm just going to zone you out all day, but when, I have Deadpool, so I have mix-ups, I get up with you in Taskmaster, I can surprise you with the Charging Star. The whole mango thing just came up because, I saw it, it was like, well, I can do it. So, for me, it's a mixture of aesthetic sometimes. And if a character looks cool to me, whether it's a female that looks pretty smoking hot, or it's some type of beast character that looks wicked, like an awesome design, I'll try to learn them if I can. I'll do that. I mean, I kind of have, I guess, that Justin Wong complex. I try to learn different characters because I can play a little bit of the cast of Skullgirls. I can play Parasol. I can play Peacock. I can play Cerebella. I can play Philia. I'm learning Big Band right now. I'm learning Squiggly. I'm doing that same thing, that same affair with Parasol. I'm going to learn Eliza. So, I think with most people, well, I can't speak for most people, but I'm going to say in this case with me, when it comes to selecting characters, it's about finding yourself. Finding what works for you. There are some people that can play a certain style one way. Some people are good rushdown players. They'll pick a rushdown character. Some people are good keep away players, defensive players. They'll pick the character that caters that much to it. Me, I'm a mixture. I can play decent defensive characters. I can play some rushdown too. So I might play two characters of those extremes. If there's a mixed bag character that's in the game that possesses them, I'll play them. It just really depends. But in essence, it's a mixture of those two things with me. It's a mixture of those two. It's aesthetics and what caters to me. I feel someone who finds their character is the way someone finds their character is how I describe the true essence of learning fighting games. And that's finding yourself. Just find yourself. Find yourself, find the comfort zone, get comfortable, and beast. Do stuff. Stay comfy. Stay classy.
Pretty much.
Sorry, I'm stealing your thunder there, Duds.
I think what it is for me, it's terrible. It kind of limits the amount of characters I can actually use. It basically hinders me quite a bit. Number one thing I look for is looks.
Hey, I'm right there with you.
The character I use, sad to say, but has to be a female character.
Hey.
I mean, that's just what I start with.
I hate to cut in on you on there, but Slick and Hawk pretty much labeled you and I as fighting game sexist, right?
I mean,
we're sexist pretty much. Yeah, with my freaking mango team of Deadpool, Sentinel, and Taskmaster, I'm sexist because
if I'm a stare at a game for a few hours upon end that day, I'm staring at a female. That's just how it is. Like, all right, My lineup pretty much. If I'm playing Tekken, I'm running Lily.
You know what? Hold up. Since you're doing that right there, let's have some fun with this. Let's make it interesting. You threw out Tekken, so you're playing Lily?
Yeah.
For me, in Tekken, I play a mixture of everybody, but I gravitated towards Michelle and Julia.
No, Lily looks the best. I'll figure out.
She looks sweet on my eyes. That's just me, though. Wes? Who do you...
Oh, female?
No, I mean, like,
who do you use in
play?
Tekken?
Who do you play?
On Tekken?
Yeah.
Me...
I'm trying to make him get to know us a little more.
Okay. Me, usually, my game is Lei Wulong or Steve Fox.
Let's see. All right. Street Fighter. I run Cammy.
I just mentioned it. I play Rose. I play T-Hawk too, but Rose is probably my best character. I've kind of lost grip on Hawk, honestly. I played some Cammy. I was messing around with Makoto earlier. Who else? I think I played Sakura back when there was Capcom vs. SNK.
I think everybody tried Sakura.
Man, I played her back in Capcom vs. SNK. Then all of a sudden, when you had characters like Ibuki and Rose Knight coming back, it's like, okay, whatever. And we know him.
I forgot who my favorite was.
That's a shame.
No, well, you're Street Fighter, you say Dudley, so.
Yeah.
I mean, even the original Killer Instinct, Orchid. I mean, that was just it for me.
Orchid. But, you know, in the new one, Sadira's cool. Sadira's nice.
Yeah.
She's nice.
I was a Cinder
But
guy.
Let's see. Then Marvel vs. Capcom. My team is basically X-23, Trish, Crimson Viper. I will not have a male character anywhere on my team.
you know, yeah. I had my first team in Marvel 3 was almost like that, except you put Deadpool in there. I'm gonna have to play Deadpool. I'm sorry, big Deadpool fan here. But my first team originally was him, Ami, and X-23. Then I met Reef here, and I was just starstruck by what I was seeing. Just the loops. And then eventually I learned them, and he's like, oh, you got another. But yeah.
For Marvel, I got Team Laugh Bang, which consists of Deadpool, Taskmaster, and Dante. Reason why? Because they all use guns and they all talk smack. So,
In other words, you're pretty much disgraceful in Reef's eyes.
And we go to Guilty Gear. I use
oh god,
I have to.
the chick with the hair, the long hair. It starts with an M. I can't remember what her name is. Miria, Melina, something like that. And I also use Jam.
Jam is my main in that game. I also play Eno.
For me, it's either Johnny or Faust.
I think Eno is probably the coolest freaking character I've freaking seen in the video game. And honest, not even just the looks, it's just the gimmick is just cool.
She's
the
considered a keep away, isn't she?
well,
Can be.
yeah, and then like, hey, you can. But it's like, the gimmick overall with her is just awesome. Like, the witch's hat is over there. She's playing guitar, the freaking wind poses she has. Her freaking one kill is freaking awesome with the jamming at the end.
Exactly.
Like, they just that character is probably one of my favorite ones in freaking fighting games.
Okay.
This is a really cool character.
So,
but, yeah, I'm surprised you didn't say Slayer.
Actually, no. That you mentioned that, yeah. Because I forgot about it. John, you should be here right now.
So we basically know what the characters I'm basically using. So that's the very first thing I look at. I mean, it's nothing else. I have to look at, hey, how does this character look?
Since you made your Soul Calibur, would you use Soul Calibur?
I made my own character.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What if you were forced to pick from the roster?
Talum.
Talum? I played Talum. And Taki in 4.
So
Play Talum, Taki, Tira, the 3 T's.
and
That's what I call them, 3 T's. I always play the 3 T's in Soul Calibur.
So
I occasionally picked up Siegfried, but it was always the 3 T's.
yeah. So basically, after I narrow down the list, I'll go in and I'll look at what their super move looks like. If it looks like crap, they're automatically off the list. If it doesn't look like crap, now I just have to figure out, okay, how do I play them? Because I hate playing keep away. Regardless of what character I'm using, I will not play keep away. I can't do it.
So you hate Morgan.
I'm extremely impatient. Like, even when I played Morgan.
So you hate Morgan.
Even when I played as Morgan, I still did Rushdown.
I know, but...
I do Rushdown with Trish.
Okay, I got you.
I mean, just
No,
because... like,
well, you generally play Rushdown with Trish, because you gotta check out some of Reek's videos, man, because there was this one person, I think he was playing Wesker or whatever, I think he was playing Wesker or Hulk, and he was pretty much...
I played keep away on that one.
It was just crazy because he just did
It pisses off all Wesker players. It's hilarious.
He even says, Wesker, let's piss him off, because it's funny.
Yeah. But after that, I'm like, okay, I have the character, I have the super move that looks cool. I have to figure out how to play Rushdown with them. And I mean, I just literally overall how to figure out how to play as that character. So I basically do it backwards. It's not about, hey, how good is this character? It's like, hey, this character looks awesome. Now how do I make this character good?
Yeah, anime fighters have done it to me too, because recently, thanks to John, shout outs to Phantom Avenger again. Folks, one thing about me, I'm not a fan of the whole console war thing, Xbox this, PS this, or whatever then. But a little something I discovered kind of made me slightly join the war then. And it does tie into what's going on here. The amount of anime fighter that's in PS3 though, because John put me on some really good stuff like Chaos Code and freaking Aquapaza, and we just mentioned Arcana Heart, which is, hey, all you that call us sexist or whatever, you're forced to pick a female in Arcana Heart, right? Because I play Skahalarot.
See, that's the thing though, when it especially Skullgirls, it's all female cast.
Well, Skullgirls not anymore.
But
it's a majority.
Okay, majority.
Because we got Big Band now. We got another guy coming on the way, Beowulf.
Yes.
But
my thing about it is 90% of them look terrible. Like, I know off the bat, when I do start playing Skullgirls, I'm playing as Parasol. Everybody else in the cat... I would probably use the cat chick if her head didn't come off. That is the number one reason why I will not use that character. She looks fine normally, and then her head comes off. Can't do it. Yes. Like some of the other characters, the one with the hands coming out of her hat, completely fine until the hands come out.
Look at my Cerebella.
Can't use her.
Cerebella.
Can't use it. Just completely marked her off the list. I can't do it.
You just pretty much dissed both of Slick
Malcolm's
characters.
I can't help it.
Hey, but I found another Parasol because I don't think there's anybody else that I know that likes Parasol like I do. It's like I'm the token Parasol here, so I'm happy about that.
Yeah, like when it came to Mortal Kombat, I was using
Jade. I use Jade.
No, at one point I was using Melina.
Oh yeah, and then he saw the fatality. It's like,
then when it got, because in the old ones, you didn't see that part.
Yeah, you really didn't.
When you got to the newer ones and she took the mask off, and it was like, whoa, I'm done.
Did you get kind of starstruck by that because just all the years have been kind of hidden? Although, if you recall, I think it was Mortal Kombat 3 or Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3. Melina's friendship involved her taking off the mask and looking at herself in the mirror, and the mirror cracks.
I mean, I don't know. It just instantly killed that character for me.
And then, not to mention, they tried to bait you in with just the freaking figure and the boat and it's just like, you know what? Screw all.
Done.
It's like forget all those. Yeah, exactly. It's like forget all those little Bridget-like traps or whatever. Melina's probably the most cruelest trap on a person ever. Yeah, it's female, but it's Tarkatan and it's got teeth and not human teeth.
I stopped playing Ridge Racer just because I found out that the chick on the cover was modeled after a dude. I was done.
I did hear about that.
I was done. Never played the game again.
I remember that story.
Can't do it.
Yeah, man.
Crushed my life.
It's like...
Well, back to Skullgirls.
It's like... Yeah.
I main Valentine. I knew I was going to main Valentine the moment I saw her.
Which one's the nurse girl?
That's not
Valentine.
Okay, yeah, I can do that one.
No, you won't.
Don't crush it.
No, you won't. I'm gonna crush it. right on the spot right now behind the mask. That's all I gotta say behind the mask.
Yeah.
See, look what he did. Look what he did.
I kind of killed that one.
It's not as bad as Melina, but she's kind of, I guess, aged there a little bit.
That's not age. That's scarring.
Well, scarring. Pretty much scarring. Well, pardon me, scarring.
Teeth are just yellow and...
See, but the thing about Skullgirls is I don't have to have a second character.
Yeah.
I can run solo.
Yeah, because
that's okay.
I play solo Parasol a bunch. Let me see. He said stuff about Nadia. Fortune. He said the stuff about Cerebella. He said the stuff... Probably not Philly. You say not Philly.
I like Philly.
With the hair.
Is that the one with the fists that come out of her head?
No, the one where her hair can like walk her around.
Looks all funny?
Yeah.
I can't do that. She get perm.
You remind me of what my friend Ashley has said about Storm in Marvel 2. She needs a perm.
Oh my god.
I mean, I didn't mind it. I'm a guy that likes wild hair on a chick. Not saying that bad hair day wild, but like the wild curly, like the wild metal chick afro or whatever.
So the Mohawk Storm from Marvel 3.
Oh my god.
Morlock Storm is
okay.
I
want to marry her.
Morlock Storm is cool.
Mohawk Storm
Morlock Storm.
I thought you said Mohawk.
Morlock. It's same thing, but it's Morlock.
I don't like the Mohawk.
It's all right.
I love it.
It's all right, but I like the style she had in Marvel 2 better. I just like. I'm a fan of lots and lots of hair, like whether it's kinks or curls. I like that, and it's not not bad hair day wild, but it's like sexy wild. It's
so like my girl from Guilty Gear who killed you with her hair.
Yeah. Yes.
Instant kill was she hit you with the
It
hair.
wasn't okay, it's not Dizzy or thing though. It's somebody else. It's
Dizzy was my other character.
Yeah, Dizzy.
That was my girl.
Because Dizzy didn't have a kill. The one hit kill.
Yeah, she had a level 2.
Yeah, level 2.
Only character that had the level 2.
Yeah, I played Guilty Gear casually.
Yeah, I played most of them casually. I games.
I still have it. I'd like to learn it. I just want to, I'm just finding somebody who just find somebody who can whip me 1,500 times and I'll learn it.
Yeah, it's like Blaze Blue. I played Blaze Blue casually.
When you playing Blaze Blue? Lychee?
I like Lychee. Lychee would be my third.
Who's the first?
Noelle.
Followed
by the squirrel chick. I like the squirrel chick.
Oh, Makoto?
Yeah.
I like Makoto. My number
uppercuts you into the moon and puts a fist imprint in it.
I was a Noelle Vermilion player when I first started, but then I started gravitating towards Taokaka.
She has gun kata. How cool is that crap?
It's awesome. Because my thing is, when I started out with Blaze Blue, I thought my main was Ling.
Who?
Fei Ling?
Oh, Lychee.
Yeah, I thought my main character was Fei Ling. But then I said, okay, let me try somebody different. So I go towards Noelle, and to my surprise, just one match is all I needed.
I wanted to use Lychee, but she was a little bit too complex for me at the time.
Yeah, because what you're doing is depending on the positioning of the
depending on if you have the stick or not. If you don't have it, different combo.
Yeah, but
and I wasn't ready for that.
Going off the metric that you just used for this, I feel like I'm a furry now because my number 1 Taokaka, number 2 Makoto, Makoto, and I like the personality of Makoto too. Like even and the Blaze Blue story is pretty cool too. The personality is really awesome too. I haven't played Chrono Phantasma yet. When I do, I am going to play Bullet. I named my close friend after her. Shoutouts to Tenshi up in Washington. Yeah, I named her sister Bullet or just Bullet. Yeah, you'd probably play Bullet if you saw her too, then.
Okay.
Yeah, you probably see.
My thing is, I have to figure out which version of Noelle I'm gonna use.
Yeah,
because there's so many of my character.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
And I'd probably play Hazuma just because Hazuma is just an awesome villain.
Talking about
Hazuma, the green guy.
Yeah,
the green guy.
I tried him too.
Yeah, that little green orb where he just heals.
Oh, you mean in arcade mode, right?
You stand in it, heal. He hits you, he's healing. You're hitting him, he's healing.
Yeah, it's terribly bad when you don't have like somebody who's a lame character like well, I'm not gonna say lame, but somebody who can play keep away like Rachel Alucard. Yeah, and Rachel aesthetically looks kind of cool, but something about the character knocked me sideways. Like, I always look at Rachel in the storyline, because when I first played Blaze Blue, my friend was like, dude, you gotta play the storyline. Storyline's over. And I did it first. And I'm wondering, like, I'm feeling the same way Ragna is in the story. Like, are you helping me, or are you just a troll?
Okay,
you wanna know why I'm pissed?
My biggest problem, who's the guy that looks like a Japanese superhero?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. He's like the samurai guy.
No, not the ninja with the nail on his back. The one that's got his face covered.
Hakumen. No. Yes,
you're right. You're right.
With a whole bunch of counters.
Forget him. Forget him.
I think so.
Yeah. That's Hakumen.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
That's him.
Okay, it is Hakumen.
Oh, he is my biggest
Hakumen.
pain in the butt.
Because I keep. The weirdest thing about me is I keep getting him, and I just remember, I always keep thinking Hakumen was the blob, the squiggly, as Taokaka calls it, but it's Arakune.
I call him Shy Guy. Looks like a Shy Guy.
Deformed Shy Guy.
No, upgrade.
No upgrade. But, yeah, yeah, freaking, what was I saying? No, you were saying something. Yeah, Hakumen got on your nerves.
Oh,
sorry.
Especially that one movie where he just comes down and your whole life bar goes from here to here, just from that one hit. I'm like, yo, go somewhere with that.
Don't let him hit you. He's a beast.
Don't let him hit your mood. Speaking of which, who'd you play in Persona?
Persona, I didn't play it, but I would play as, oh gosh. I think she has the purple hair.
The mop top chick?
Oh, the chick with the fan?
Oh, Yukiko.
Yukiko.
I don't know if you...
I'd figure it out later on.
Oh, well, yeah, you probably could, because, like, most people that I've seen play Yukiko when I had the game were heavy on keep away. But I know, you probably just wrestler and like, you gonna play Rushdown, get in their face.
Exactly.
And she's kind of funny too, because like, I actually took her in a lab one time when I was trying to learn all the characters in trial mode and all that good stuff. I think it's when she has like a little crouching sleep or whatever with the thing. Excuse me!
That sounds almost like Kim's. Well, for me, on Persona 4, I didn't spend too much time with it because at the time when it was brand new, I did not like it, but I'm willing to give it another shot, so I'm going to pick it up again. My main character was Akihiko.
He said he was the Dudley of that game, correct?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I don't know. I just have a thing for boxers, I guess. Like Vanessa from previous King of Fighter games.
You know what? Since you also mentioned Jam and Guilty Gear, you probably also play Chie. Since she's pretty much the same thing, because that's who I played when I first got started with Persona, because she reminded me so much of Jam. Then I started playing Naruto. Not Naruto, but Mitsuru.
Oh, Mitsuru. Yes.
Who Parasol has a color scheme based off of? Mitsuru.
I know she does. Believe me, I know she does.
You know she does. You know she does. So, speaking of which, you talked about with the character and picking and everything. Do you always go into trial mode with your character? Or do you just,
The first thing I usually do, if I'm not looking on YouTube to find out what crap other people are doing, is I'll put the computer... I'll play in training mode, I'll put the computer on the hardest difficulty, and I'll let them hit me. Just to find out...
Here goes that CPU stuff again.
No, that's the easiest way for me to figure out a combo, is I'll look at what the computer just hit me with, and I'll try to mimic it.
Right.
That's usually how, if I'm not on YouTube trying to, find some, a combo that someone else has done... that's the first thing I do. Hey, let me put the computer on hard. Let me stand there and see what he hits me with.
Speaking of combos,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell y'all a story. Back when we went to the midnight premiere for, and I'm unfortunate to say this movie, Green Lantern.
Thought you were gonna say The Room.
No, I like The Room. Yeah,
he's really talking about Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants or whatever.
Critic didn't like it.
Critic didn't like it, but you gotta think about this though. The movie was trying to be terrible on purpose.
No. Just keep going.
Yeah,
keep going.
All right.
I do not want Critic coming over here yelling at me then. I'm a big fan of Nostalgic Critic, but the guy scares me when he gets mad, but he is scary. Can't wait to see him at MomoCon, though. But yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely gonna be at MomoCon. Yeah, but we were sitting there waiting for the movie to start. I'm sitting next to Zero, and this dude, when he says he loves Marvel, he loves Marvel.
You just named him after the Mega Man character.
I just said ZeroProphecy. I just said Zero for short.
Yeah, you just shorten it.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're doing lightning loops now?
Hey man, that's what I do.
I swear to you, he creeped me out something fierce that night because he literally was talking to himself, explaining X-23's entire combo system.
That was the business.
I mean, dude, just sitting here, you talking about core circle forward, this and this. Like, you were just talking in code. I'm like, dude, are you possessed by something? What's wrong with you?
Wolfie do.
He did it until the movie started, and I'm like.
Oh, and then Captain America came out, and I was yelling out shield slash and charging stars.
Yeah,
for freedom!
We should have sat with you when we saw the Avengers movie.
Oh, man.
We should have sat with you then.
I was at work when the Avengers came out. I was working at Academy at the time, so my Thursday nights were shot. So I couldn't go to midnights.
Yeah.
Real men don't sleep.
You're right, because I was up to 3-something working.
Tape our eyes open, man. I used to dream about combos. I'd wake up and have to practice the combo before class.
Dream about combos.
It would take me about 30 minutes just to make it to the part of the combo that I was trying to test out, and then I realized it wouldn't work, and I was like, okay, well, crap, time to go to school.
I haven't dreamed about a combo since I first picked up the new Killer Instinct. And then I was seeing Maximilian do his little "Can you get more hits than me?" videos, and I'm just thinking of what I could possibly do, and just being wowed by the fact they brought the game back and it's looking so good right now. Yeah, I would. That's the last time I remember dreaming of combos. So you're kind of one in a million there. You're dreaming about combos.
All right. Well, I got one more thing to throw in there. But we're gonna wrap it up after that. It just came to me while we were sitting there talking about combos and, you know, talking them through as some people do. I'm gonna bring this up. I'm not gonna start though. We're just gonna go around the room. We're gonna start with ZeroProphecy. What is, if you can remember, your greatest moment in fighting game history to you that you deemed as legendary? Like something you did and you probably couldn't do after that. That was just so amazing that you probably had to either record it or document it some type of way, but something that just blew you away that you did.
I would basically say Marvel for that one. Usually it was a Crimson Viper comeback, killing all 3 characters at some point. It was, because you get to the point where X Factor would run out, and you were down to literally your last character. You had to kill 2 more. And basically I killed the second character. Some random mix-up. More than likely the focus counter into the EX Seismo. And then the last character would come out. And I would literally kill the last character with just Crimson Viper. No resets. But as long as she had bars, she could literally just keep the combo going. And at the very end of the combo, I hit this guy with 4 EX burning kicks. 4. Just because I was trying to drain his health. And then, like, I literally burned 6 bars in this one combo. You only go up to 5, but I gained another bar, and I just kept burning it. And it came down to the very last burning kick. I canceled it with a launcher immediately into the one of her supers. And, I mean, it killed him. It was pretty nice. I did like 1 point something mil in one combo.
Jeez.
So it was it's just like those amazing comebacks. Just it doesn't necessarily have to be like, you know, Crimson Viper, but just like an amazing comeback that, you know, you just knew for sure you were not going to win, and somehow like I guess everybody's had them. Like oh god, we've all seen the Street Fighter Alpha whatever video. Chun-Li versus Ken.
Oh yeah,
that was Third Strike.
Third Strike. Daigo and Justin Wong.
That right there, stuff like that. I mean, you know, when you have those moments yourself, just makes you want to stop, put the controller down, walk away, and just bask in it for a little bit, because you know the next fight's not going to end that way. But yeah, it basically just random comeback from Marvel. I've had a few of them. Had some with X-23, had some with Viper. They usually don't end well when I have Trish last, but you know, just any comeback, just it gets the adrenaline pumping, and by the time the round's over, I'm usually shaking too much to be able to do anything for the next match.
Nope.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be the same for me. Comebacks, because there are some times where I pulled off some pretty crazy combos or something in a match, but. I mean, that's the one reason why I don't really try to put too much emphasis on long combos, because, well, back around the Capcom vs. SNK period, it was a curse for me whenever I did something like a crazy little combo of some sort. It was always a curse. And not just that, but like any other fighting I play, it would be a curse where if I did it, you know, it would be like I'm down on my practically down on my last leg, and I'll pull out like this crazy freaking 10 hitter, this huge damaging that pretty much brings the match right back full center. My opponent's got 20%, I got 15%, and you just think it's gonna happen. It was a curse. Every time I would do that, around that time, 95% of the time, I lost a match.
So what happened? You dropped the combo? It happens, man. It happens.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
Yeah, I could not believe this one time where I was facing a Christie in Tekken 6, and person had awesome mix-ups just all around, just amazing. And I was on the verge of getting blue barred in that case. I think it was. I think the health bars in Tekken 6 were blue.
I can't remember.
Whatever it was, perfected. Anyways, and I actually hit this person with, as one person I know that played Tekken religiously called it a 10-piece, which is their little 10-hit combos. Mm-hmm. I got a couple little kicks because I tried to nullify Christie's ground game because I kept losing to it. So this person went from, okay, you want to do that then? Let's go for high-mid mix-ups.
Yeah.
And I think wasn't the little rage percentage, wasn't that little metric put in that game too? In 6? The little comeback factor? Well, I'm not sure. All I know is when I did the 10-hit combo on this Christie, I'm pretty sure she had about maybe 45%. It's just I didn't expect it to kill her. And I was in pixel pool. I was in the pool of pixel right there. But, yeah, maybe that, or any time where I have the advantage of someone playing as T-Hawk, I get 2 grabs in, and then they just beat the crap out of me, and then they do something silly, and I get the ultra. Mm-hmm. I understand. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. You get that feeling now, that frustration you get, oh my god, I beat on this guy so much, but then he brought my health back down to this much with that one move. That was probably it. One of those two. I kind of feel I haven't had my Daigo moment yet. I'm hoping one day I do.
Alright, with me, I woke up early one morning, I'd say about 9 o'clock on a Saturday, and I decided to get, a couple of matches on Super Street Fighter 4. So I went in the ranked. I went on the ranked matches, and match came up. Of course, we all know who I chose. Chose Dudley. The person I went up against chose Cody, and the match was going pretty good. He right off the bat, I don't know if this guy was new to the game or not, but he did give me a pretty good run. I will admit that. For those that haven't seen the whole match, it's on the DKO YouTube channel. But I did something that was supposed to basically have ended the match, or it could have, because if he had to hit me with that charged punch, that would have basically had me stunned. Or no, you hit it when you get stunned. But yeah, he had already knocked me down with one of his attacks, and as he was coming down with it, I stood up just at the moment where, in the right trajectory, where it should have came down and just obliterated me. But somehow I cleanly dodged it just before impact.
Short swing blow.
And then it came right back, like what Lotus said.
Short swing blow.
Short swing blow. Yeah. And that pretty much won the match right there. So I thought that was, it was my Daigo moment, but I'm pretty sure I'll have another. So, But yeah, I thought that was pretty miraculous, because I posted that on the page on Facebook, and my phone was just blowing up that day. Like, that was a sweet dodge. That was sweet. That was awesome. All that kind of stuff, and it felt really good. It's an adrenaline rush. Because I wasn't expecting to do that. I haven't even fully gotten the schematics down on Street Fighter 4's Dudley, as a matter of fact. Not as well as I do with Third Strike, since that was my main game at the time. But that was a big moment for me when he did that charge attack, and I dodged it just before he made contact, and I came back with the short swing blow. That was pretty epic for me. And then I just then the match basically ended, like the whole thing. I ended it with a Rolling Thunder. Obviously that's my favorite move that he does. So but yeah, that was my big moment that I cherish, that I'm glad I got documented.
All right then. we gone way over an hour then. So
So I got one thing real quick. I just want, like one word answers from everybody. It's gonna be real quick, 60 seconds.
I'm laughing actually. I thought it was gonna be a Reef joke.
No, but just just like name a fighter, just one that you feel was that a lot of people weren't exposed to, and you just want to expose some people to. It doesn't matter what console it was on, which generation, how old it is. Just a good fighter that you think people would enjoy. Just something. A lot of people don't know about all the different fighters. You just want to go have them check out some videos on it. Walk, what would you think?
You mean like actual?
Yeah, just fighting games.
Oh,
It's like name one good one, and we'll hit Chris.
Okay. I say Beiruti.
Games.
Oh, games. I'm sorry.
Games, right?
Yeah.
Games.
Okay, well,
Shout out to
Beiruti. But let's see. You say what character?
No, just a fighting game in general. Like a lot of people aren't exposed to some of the stuff we played. Just so they can go out and check out like whatever video they see on it, see if they like that kind of stuff too.
Okay. Let's see. Fate Stay Night.
Okay. Chris,
Fate Stay Night.
you ain't played Fate Stay? Game was amazing.
Well, they made an anime after.
No, they made the anime first.
Okay, well, they made a.
Rider all the way.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome right there, really.
That's pretty cool.
Really?
I'll have to show you one day. I got it at home somewhere.
It was because of him I played it. Yeah, it's because of Reef I played it.
So for me, something that most people haven't been exposed to. I have two in mind actually. The first one for me, I don't think it could have been done a little better, which is the reason why it didn't get out there that much. You probably heard of it. Battle Fantasia.
I've actually been wanting to.
I have it still.
Play that.
It's interesting. It's crazy, a little cartoonish, but I think the execution probably held it back some. And I'm not sure how popular it is because I think anime fighters haven't gotten to the popularity as most of the mainstream ones. But Chaos Code is definitely worth it, man.
Okay.
Chaos Code is definitely worth it. Chaos Code is definitely worth it.
For me, I would say definitely go check out Melty Blood.
I forgot about that.
Came out for the PlayStation 2.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was my game for a while, but definitely check that out, yeah. I'm done.
Also, another little known fighter since movies right around the way. I'm not sure how. Well, some of you may have heard of it, some of you haven't. Then, for any of you that still have PS1s and all that good stuff, see if you can find Mutant Academy 1 and 2, X-Men.
Oh, leave that to me. I still got my PS1.
Yeah.
I still use it.
But yeah, we gone way over an hour, so that's all the time we have for today. If you have any questions, we are open for viewer, listener questions at all times.
This will also be on YouTube in segments. Whatever questions you have, please feel free to post them on the comments board.
All right,
we will definitely answer them in the next show.
Yeah, you got our contacts right there on the banner. Then subscribe to us on YouTube. Contact us on Facebook. Contact us on Twitter. Email us if you need any sort, just general, because email is the business.
Yeah, email is fightgameleague.com.
Yeah,
fightgameleague@gmail.com.
Thanks to all you listeners. Then, thanks to ZeroProphecy, Mr. How You Like Your Eggs. However many names.
Yeah.
Do it right quick.
How you like your eggs? Try to fertilize. Yeah, just
Turquoise Jeep.
Yeah,
what
keep
is up?
Turquoise Jeep rolling. But whatever game y'all are playing, keep doing it. And every drop combo is basically a mix-up unless it doesn't work. Yeah. Then it was just a legitimate drop combo.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah. Always get your ice cream, man.
Being random is also a strategy.
You don't want to be caught not wanting ice cream.
When in dash, when in doubt, mash till it works.
Yeah.
In fact, we should make that our next topic. Some of the lingo that we use. Because some people don't know what it is.
Maybe next time. But yeah, thanks Reef for coming in. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for listening.
Exactly.
We will catch you next time on the next DKO
Fighting Weights.